Hi guys, welcome back here to another episode in Drone Emotion, a channel where we do drone videos and where we cover the most relevant drone news. Today we're back with breaking news regarding the upcoming DJI Osmo Pocket 2. Today we have information for you guys regarding price, release date, the specs, pictures, and a lot more of information. But before we get started with today's video guys, if you guys want to get an opportunity of winning a free Mavic Air 2, make sure you subscribe to the channel and help us get to 1,000 subscribers before September 1st. If we're able to do so, then we're going to be giving away a Mavic Air 2 to one of you lucky subscribers. So you guys don't want to miss the opportunity. It's free and you join the Drone Emotion family and it helps us grow the drone community. So join the Drone Emotion family guys, it's free. And so with that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. So today we have some really exciting news regarding the Osmo Pocket 2, okay? So today we have news coming from OCLB and from Drone DJ. Both sources are really reliable when it comes to DJI leaks. They've been pretty successful in the past with their leaks, and today we're going to start up with OCLB, okay? So today he made a tweet regarding the Osmo Pocket 2. So this is what he had to say regarding the Osmo Pocket 2. So this was his tweet. Someone told me that the Osmo Pocket 2 will show up in Q4. We'll see. So that was his tweet that he made today. So this confirms our theory that the Osmo Pocket 2 is coming. Why is this important? Well, because a month back, in the beginning of July, we saw a leaked image that came from a patent, and this was what we thought was going to be the Osmo Pocket 2. So this confirms our theory. We now have two persons that have confirmed that the Osmo Pocket 2 might be coming real soon. So let's get started with Drone DJ's article. So, as we already mentioned a month ago, we saw the release of a patent that included a picture of what could be the next Osmo Pocket 2. So right here on screen guys is what could be the next Osmo Pocket 2. So you guys can see the design for this Osmo Pocket 2 looks like it's going to be redesigned from the ground up. It's completely different and it has a completely different design from what we saw in the past with the Osmo Pocket 1. So what do we think is going to be different? Well, I think everything's going to be different with this camera. Starting with the design, we see that's pretty different. So right here on the screen guys is a picture of the Osmo Pocket 1, okay? So as you guys can see, that was the Osmo Pocket 1 that was released in December 15 of 2018. So you guys see, if you guys pay attention to DJI's products and their releases, we can see a tendency with all of their products, with all of them having a lifespan of around 2 years. We saw that with the Mavic Air series, the Mavic Pro 1, the Mavic Pro 2. So that's been the lifespan for most DJI products. So we can assume that that's going to be the same case scenario for the Osmo Pocket series. So that leads us to believe that the Osmo Pocket 2 is coming real soon. So let's talk a little more about specs and what we can assume from this picture. So the first thing is we see a completely different design. So it looks like we have kind of like an Osmo Action kind of like design in the bottom, and it looks like in the top we have just a gimbal. So let's talk a little bit more about what I think this gimbal is going to have. So I think we're still going to see the 3-axis gimbal, which I think it's a must for this camera. And then I think that what DJI needs to do and improve the most is the following. So with their old Osmo Pocket, the biggest issue for me was the sensor size. It was really small. It was a 1/2.3-inch sensor, which was real tiny. It was the same sensor that was used in the Mavic Air 1 with the Mavic Pro 1, which is the same one that also uses the Osmo Action. So I think that for DJI to be successful with this new Osmo Pocket, I think they need to improve on their sensor. I think we're going to be seeing the same camera, the same sensor used in the Mavic Air 2. So I think we're going to be seeing the quad Bayer sensor, which is a 1/2-inch sensor, which is way better than what we see with the old Osmo Pocket. With this camera sensor giving us a 48 megapixel pictures, I think we might be seeing a 4K 90 I think that's going to be a possibility. As you guys know, this sensor is completely capable of shooting at those times, at those rates. So I think we might be seeing that. So is it a possibility that this sensor might be used? Yes, I think this has the highest possibility of being used. But I also think I think if DJI implements the 1-inch sensor from the Mavic Pro series, I think that would be an absolute banger, an absolute home run. That will be giving us an absolute professional and really outstanding performance when it comes to low light scenarios. Okay, so I think we might be seeing the 1-inch sensor, but I really don't think that happening. I think DJI is going to stick with the Mavic Air 2 sensor, which is a quad payer, which we know is the same sensor used with the Autel Evo 2 8K. So is it a possibility we might be seeing 8K or 6K? I think it is. I think if DJI decides to go that way, I think it's going to be an absolute monster camera. I think it's going to be the best gimbal out there. I think that might be the best specs, but thinking more realistically, I think DJI is going to stick with a 4K 90. But you never know. As you guys know, DJI always likes to have the best specs out there. So I think it's a possibility we might be seeing 8K in the Osmo Pocket. So if you guys look and take a closer look at this picture that we just posted, you guys see that there's a tiny little screen, so that might be indicating us might be seeing something similar to the Osmo Action, where we can see while we're recording. And we also see, it looks like we also have a shutter button on the right hand corner, right on top next to the gimbal. And it also looks like this is going to have foldable design, so I think this is going to be real nice. It's going to be really compact. And as you guys know, one of the key features of the Osmo Pocket was its portability. It was real small, real tiny, and real easy to transport. So I think this is going to be the next Osmo Pocket. And now let's talk a bit more about what we think DJI is going to improve on and what I think they really need to work on. So I think they really need to work on the battery time. So with the old Osmo Pocket, we get around 140 minutes of recording, which is nice, it's decent, but I would really like to see around 200 minutes of recording. I think that would be an absolute outstanding performance, and I think if DJI combines that with a larger sensor, I think this is going to be an absolute home run for them. So let's talk now about price and release date. So let's start with price. As you guys know, the old Osmo Pocket retails for $369, okay? That was the MSRP. But if you guys take a close look in Amazon or in Best Buy, we see that it's now in discount and we can get it for around $300, $299 here in the United States. Why is this important? Well, whenever a DJI product gets a discount, that might lead us to believe a brand new one's coming up. So they're trying to get rid of that old stock so they can make room for the new products to come in. So I think the price point for this camera for DJI, I think it's going to stay in the same mark. I think it's going to be $350. I think that's a fair price, but I think it's going to be between the $350 and a $400 price range. But I'm really leaning toward the $350. I think if they go for that price range, I think it's going to be real affordable, and I think it's going to get a lot of people attracted into this camera. And now let's talk about release dates. So OCLB mentioned that we might be seeing this Osmo Pocket 2 in the Q4. What's Q4? Well, that's the last portion of this year, which might lead us to believe that's coming in December. Why December? Well, so if you guys know, the Osmo Pocket 1 was released in December 15th of 2018. So I think that's going to be the release date for the Osmo Pocket 2. I think we're going to be seeing this brand new gimbal camera from DJI in December of this year. So that's pretty soon. That's 4 months away. And we also have the rumors going around of an FPV drone that's supposed to release, and the Osmo L4. We've made a videos of this, so you guys want to check it out, it's going to be down in the description, link down below. So that's going to be all of the information that we have for you guys today regarding the Osmo Pocket 2. If more information comes out regarding specs or price, we're going to keep you posted and updated here in the channel. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe.